Part 2, Needle. Whoa, there's no info on this one? Okay, wow. I don't remember much from when I was little. The old tailor told me I was left at his workshop door with nothing but a dog tag. If it hadn't caught the light that day, I probably would have frozen in the snow. He told me to keep it with me always. My lucky charm. So that's why you treasured that bit of metal so much. But Auntie Needles never liked me. She says I must be some dirty vagabond's child, or that I was brought in by dogs. The old tailor never listens to her. He calls me his treasure. The crow's face is hidden in the shadow of her hat brim. Her features hazy. Okay, also, my opinion with Lilith, I really don't like her as much because, she worked with Quantum but like, I don't know. Changing my mind a little bit, but I don't know. Her story didn't really give me much. Like, it didn't really make me change my mind on her, so I still don't really like her as much, but not really. She's kind of interesting. More of her personality. I don't know how, I mean, even though Will, she did have a little bit of rough, I guess, maybe childhood or something like that, before obviously her aunt took her away. Like, still, she became, I guess, more psycho as she go on with, her aunt and everything, so, I don't know. Her girl's face is hidden in the shadow of her hat brim, her features hazy. She ignores the noise around her, lifting her teacup with perfect posture, pinky bracing the bottom. Her words drift into the rising steam. So, what happened next? For the first few years, the old tailor keeps Concordia's origins quiet, afraid it might cause trouble. In the workshop, life is always half hidden. Concordia is told to be quiet, to act grown up. Most days, Concordia is bound to board the tears, listening to the quick clack of the swinging machines. Only after she grows stronger and healthier does the old tailor proudly called her his daughter. The old tailor's room once had rows of metal boxes, each stuffed with letters stamped bright red. Rejected. Concordia's arrival finally puts holes hidden away from the iron tang of these boxes in the bare, empty wardrobes. One day, the old tailor simply starts stuffing the return letters into his tin box. He loves his child as if she were his own. Aww. She was heaven's greatest gift to me. The old tailor starts telling anyone who will listen. What I hold is my happiness. His hands can still feel the ghost of her weight, the faint warmth from when she was small. Look at you, Concordia, taller again. Soon the door frame won't be high enough for your marks. He draws a chalk, binds himself with a carpenter's ruler, smiling at the growing marks like they are tree rings. One day, the others at the workshop noticed he had stopped writing unanswered letters and started keeping a diary instead. I'll cook for her every day. Watch her put on the cute clothes I made. We would go out hand in hand. Time moves too slowly. I can't wait to see her growing up. After writing this, the old tailor sets down the pen, takes off his glasses, and stares for a long time at the ink spots on his diary. Oh. People like, oh my god, he's so nice. That's sweet. And yet, time moves too fast. She's still so small. I just want to stay with you a little longer. He feels both the joy of watching her grow and the fear that he won't be there for her much longer. Her first steps, her first falls, her laughter. He bakes her birthday cakes year after year, but boredom makes her pester him. He gives in, teaching her to thread a needle and use child-safe scissors. Concordia is still too young to understand how her arrival and growth had changed the workshop. She doesn't yet comprehend it with all its hidden subtlety around her, but she can feel the cold shoulders from the other children. She throws herself into the hobby she's learned by osmosis, first playing with fabric scraps, then constantly mending her own clothes. This is sewing thread, and this is the seam ripper. Thread looks soft, but when it's pulled tight, it's sharp. Be careful when you use it. Thread crouches beside her, patiently showing her the tools they rely on to make a living. Look, Auntie Thread, the needle you lost. It's right here. Ah, you have such sharp eyes. Thread is always smiling. and the nearby children are drawn to her warmth. Maverick walks by carrying silk and pauses to ask, Concordia, why do you want to learn tailoring? Oh my gosh, she looks so cute! Thank God, that one. She looks so cute. I guess okay, Concordia, I guess this is her name that she was given. I wonder how she got the name Discord, to be honest. So I can help out at the workshop. Needle and scissors, busy cutting and marking nearby, freezes for a second and exchanges a dark, knowing look. Fabric watches Concordia eyed the fabric shears with eager interest and can't help imagining his soon-to-be-born daughter. A smile spreads across his round face as he praises the girl. Such a thoughtful kid, but those sharp tools are still dangerous for you. Go play with your dolls for now. The apprentices hear the child's words differently than she means them. The workshop's income has been dropping for years. Even if they master the craft, will it be enough to survive? Machines can mass-produce almost anything now. The famous designers work only for their weight, leaving workshops like theirs, stubbornly hand-making everything, scraping by with just enough to eat. In West Perdos, the world's entertainment capital, the rich flooded in and spent credits like water. At a snap of their fingers, fortunes spring up like mouth fountains. Expensive suits, gowns, exclusive sound perfumes, symbols of wealth that have to be switched up daily because no one wants to be looked down on. Their favorite phrase? One of a kind. They brag about how many people and how much work into their custom orders, competing more and more viciously each year. Artisan craftsmanship has handmade excellence. That's their badge of superiority, the thing they flaunt at every social event. The public laughs at media-reported tech breakthroughs in lavish suites. The insurance industry is booming as never before, and it feels as if all this will last forever. They call this the light of the golden age because they're basking in it. They don't see the tiny, forgotten workshops hiding in the shadows. Help out at the workshop. Times have changed. The girl tilts her head, straining to catch the words as curiosity booms across her face. What kind of era are you all talking about? Only people who see the future without worry can truly enjoy life, and everyone seems to have their own idea of what a golden age means. Concordia is the same, carefree, unaware of the adults' concerns, unable to grasp the changes of the times. She kicks off with her doll, leaving the workshop heavy with silence. For a 5-year-old, only one thing feels worth worrying about. Can we ask them to play with us? I can show them my favorite puppy doll. You could try, but I don't think they like you. After much hesitation, Concordia musters her courage and walks over to the kitchen. Can I play with you? You're unwanted. Brought here by a dog. I'm not playing with you. One girl mutters under her breath, pointing at Concordia. The other children laugh. What? That's not true. You're lying. See? Told you. Orphan, if we play with you, have bad luck. I do have a dad. The old Taylor's my dad. Ha! He's old enough to be your grandpa. You'll be thrown out with him sooner or later. Oh my god, these children are awful trash. No way! She looks down on you. She badmouths at old Taylor. Soon you'll be filthy, picking food out of the trash on the street like an unwanted stray. Teach her a lesson. Shut her up. Concordia steels herself. The moment the ringleader turns to laugh at the others, she shuts her hard from behind. The girl lands in an icy puddle, her clothes and hair soaked with filthy water. She bursts into tears. The others scatter. That's more like it. Let her see the powers everything. Look who's the filthy one now. Oh, I thought he was on the other side. My bad. A strange thrill rushes through Concordia. She's won. No one can talk to her like that anymore. Bladder was right. Power matters the most. But then the old Taylor's daily prayers echo in her mind, washing the thrill away. The old Taylor has always been devout. In an age where faith has given way to rapid technological progress, people like him are rare. Most put their trust in progress rather than the divine. May the Holy Mother protect us, he often says at the end of a conversation, though the others at the workshop hardly pay attention. Only a clear conscience can bring you happiness. He takes his weekly church prayers seriously and sometimes brings Concordia along. But Concordia is too young to understand the adults' murmured prayers. She just sits and counts the fattened floor tiles under her feet, one by one. By the time she gets to around 170, or maybe 190, the prayers are ending. On days he doesn't go to church, the old tailor still watches his hands clean, sits by the living room doorway, and prays in a clear voice for the departed to reach the world of light. Forgive us our sins, and deliver us from peril. You're mean. Well, you were mean first, so technically it's you. I'm telling the grown-ups. I'll tell them everything bad you did. Did I do something wrong? Nope. Ignore her. I always play with you. I'll be your best friend. Come on, let's go play in the swings. Bladder, Concordia's heart pounds. It feels wrong somehow. Speaking badly about the old tailor feels wrong too. She hovers between the two worlds, unsure which way to go. One road is bright, good and righteous, where she's expected to do the right thing. If she does wrong, she should apologize sincerely and ask for forgiveness. All kind souls are meant to go to that place. The other road is strange, scary, and wrapped in great mist. People there are usually rule breakers, but somehow freer, like Bladder, who swings lazily without care. Concordia trudges home to her bright, orderly world, but her heart lingers in the other one, uneasy over whether to confess what happened today. Why won't anyone play with me? You've got me. That's all you need. That was just a joke, right? I didn't do anything wrong. She tries to reassure herself, but guilt and fear cling to her, rising like cold water around her ankles. She knows the old tailor wouldn't improve. In his workshop, everything must be neat, fair, and just. Anyone who makes a mistake is judged and told to make it right. The apprentices think he's too strict, but they follow his rules all the same. The Holy Mother wants to hear people confess so she can rot in her endless love. To be human, it seems, is to be born with sin. Concordia wonders if she should pray to the Holy Mother. Could she take away this unease and tell her what's right? She cautiously pushes open the workshop door. The old tailor looks up from his pile of fabric, smiling and waving her over. Warmth, light, safety, and familiar scents surround her. Concordia smiles back. She decides to keep today's events a secret. For now, she's back in the world of light. Once winter's over, I'll send you to school. I already got the supplies. Soon our Concordia will be reading and writing. School? Concordia frowns, steps back, biting her lip, twisting her fingers, tears almost well in her eyes. What school? Are you sending me away? Don't you want me anymore? The weather turns foul fast. Winter's brief gift of sunshine is gone, replaced by thick, cloudy, like heavy clouds, looming low and sullen. Inside the workshop feels gray and dusty, the air restless with drifting specks. Concordia's bright, safe world feels like it's teetering on the edge of collapse, fragile as an egg about to smash on the floor. Of course not. How could I not want you? You'll just go to school during the day, and I'll pick you up every evening to bring you home. Then why do I have to go to school? You learn things there. Things you enjoy. You make new friends. School's one of the best things humans have ever come up with. Yes, but I know. New friends? Can I have friends besides Bladder? Other kids never want to be my friend. They say I'm different. A bad kid with no mom or dad. The old tailor studies her downcast face, guiltily folding his rough hands together, fingers brushing over his calluses as he searches for the right words to comfort her. How could you be a bad child? You work hard at doing every day. Didn't you say you want to grow up and help me? Once you're in school, gently takes the doll from the girl's arms and fiddles with it, trying to make her smile. I don't want to go. I like sewing. You've been teaching me. Is it not enough? Don't you want to know how to write your name? Or mine? I can't really remember all those. Haha, my real full name is a bit long for Concordia. It carries my his grandfather, in the history of this workshop. You're always saying names are hard. So you call everyone by their tools. Once you're in school, you learn everything you need. Remembering people's names, for example, that's just good manners. Really? I'll learn all that by just going to school? Of course. And until you learn to write it yourself, I'll seal your name right here. Look here, Concordia. When the old tailor picks up a needle on thread, his rough fingers move with the lightness of fluttering butterflies. The deep blue thread matches the color of her hair. She stares in awe at the fresh stitches inside the stuffed animal's ear. Whines and whoops. She can't yet read or remember, but that's all right. She learned it in school soon enough. Just like needle and a thread can turn scraps into toys or clothes, you got a pair of skillful hands too. One day you'll be able to stitch your life into whatever shape you want. Whatever shape I want. The stuffed puppy waddles towards her, ears flopping, head bobbing. Oh, where has my little dog gone? Where he can be. Okay, I forgot this is a song, I guess. Nursery song. With his ears cut short and his tail cut long. Oh, where can he be? I don't even remember the song. I saw him hiding behind a tree. Why can't I see? Oh my gosh. With his eyes cut short and his tail cut long. I don't remember the tune. Oh my goodness. My little dog is so cute. I gently pet him and give him hugs and kisses too. Dear little dog, I love you. The girl's completely amused by the floppy-eared stuffed puppy for her. Resting in the old tailor's warm embrace, she traces the stitching over and over before breaking into a grin. You're so cute. Oh my god. So cute. The poor stayed poor because anyone can do their work. To survive, they had to become irreplaceable. The workshop runs like it's been forgotten by time. Manual labor, no big mistakes, never straying from this path. But change still comes knocking. Orders are dropping, replaced by large factories with newer machines. Art and clothing, refined over thousands of years, is now being studied, cut apart, and reassembled by machine code at a breathtaking pace. Everywhere, new designs are turned out, cheap imitations dressed up as innovation. Only large, intricate embroidery remains within our reach. The threads are expensive, the work delicate. These embroideries and pattern embellishments are often made as complex as possible to show off wealth and taste, studded with countless sequins or beads. To build machines precise enough to mass-produce that level of detail would cost far more than paying human hands. The workshop's orders gradually turn into ice training, hand-crapping detail work, making it a mere appendage to bigger factories. The old tailor's hair grows wider each year, and hands less steady. Most of the time, he leaves the work to the apprentices, leaving only the simplest, old-fashioned woman's garments for himself. Even though they have no use for them yet, he hangs each one in the wardrobe, sewing in labels by hand. This one is for Concordia's first day at school. This is for when she comes of age. This is her first wool vest. That one, maybe she'll wear it to a party or Sunday. He takes out his treasured handkerchief and glances at it, as if he can still see his white smile there. Then he cheerfully goes back to gathering stray threads and fabric scraps that had no use for now. Not everyone can find contentment in the steadily declining, predictable life. The old tailor is getting on in years. It doesn't look like someone can adapt to new tech. That's a bit much. We could at least ask what he thinks. Everyone knows he'd rather die than switch to a newer machine. He's terrified of that accident happening again. Strict, stubborn, inflexible, out of touch, and in the way. Orders for more products keep piling up. The balls and gallows are getting bigger every season. If we can't win work from actors and strong stresses, we won't get back in. If we stick to what makes our workshop special, things will get better, right? Special? Nobody cares about quality now. People replace everything as easily and quickly as changing clothes. Hard work and grit doesn't get praise anymore. People will click wins. Body shaped shops are on every corner. Heard about the baker's kid next door? Won first prize on a lottery ticket and quit on the spot, beating ear to ear. A pounding at the door, hard enough to split the wood, cuts their chatter short. Every gaze in the room snaps to the visitor. We caught company. It's those people in white shirts everyone talks about. Concordia shrieks from her usual corner with windows in red, scurries to her room and locks the door. Sir, the city council is offering a substantial sum, enough for you to retire comfortably. The old tailor snores and drops his fabric spheres onto the table with a heavy clink. These days, a different person in a white shirt shows up every few days, all for the same thing. Retire? You're telling me a tailor decades to retire? If I were you, sir, I have signed ages ago and settled in flourishing Los Prados by now. What exactly are you holding on to? What am I holding on to? The old tailor's mustache bristles and his eyes bulge with anger. And he even spills coffee across his cuff. Every coat in his town, every pair of suit pants, cashmere vest, the aprons your mother and grandmother wore, came out of his workshop. Why would I trade that for a coin? Out! I said this 1,000 times. The man in the white shirt licks his lips and keeps going, trying to look professional. Times have changed, sir. People always fear what's new, but the ending is always the same. Hardly anyone reads books or letters now. Golden banknotes had turned into credit points. From here on out, it's the age of technology and progress. Have you seen the news? They detected a 600-meter asteroid with a high chance of hitting Earth in a few years, but the Human Technology Alliance have already sent ships to handle it. One blast fireworks in space, and the threat is gone. The last one like that wiped out the dinosaurs and brought centuries of the Ice Age. This time, it won't happen. Our brightest and best ERT will never happen. This glory belongs to the noble, the virtuous human race. No tailor shows no sign of being moved by the empty slogans. The man in the white shirt lowers his raised fist, chesting. Do people reach into their suit pockets and pay you after a speech like that? Begging at its finest. Shh, ignore it, commoner. What I mean is, I respect your craft, and this workshop that embodies era's dignity, like history itself. But even if they had smashed their first power room, humanity wouldn't have gone back to spinning wheels and hand shovels. Progress is irreversible, sir. This part of the land needs to make way for progress, for a shared, better future. Not the same thing at all. And who gave you the right to decide what has value? This workshop, these people. What makes you think you can measure them? The man in the white shirt scans the aging workshop. Visitors are rare now. The century-old signboard is chipped and peeling, its letters worn away with no one to repair them. A few workers sew distractedly, more interested in the conversation than the work in their hands. The white shirt man looks pleased. Mr. Archibald, believe it or not, you're quite well known where we came from. You regret what happened and that is in it too. You'll just sign these. We'll be happy to give the past a better closure. Sign papers? Closure? That's what you did back then? People signed in the slate wiped clean? You think I believe your lies again? I can give up everything else. But a dead person? Could she ever come back? The old tailor's voice breaks. He has to take a few deep breaths. He looks at the wardrobes that once stood empty when they were no longer needed. We understand you're upset about what happened back then, but let's not mix issues. Don't mix issues? Fine words. You people in white shirts come and go, spitting cold, empty lines. No one takes responsibility. No one truly cares. Everyone knows they spent more money silencing people than fixing the problem. I just want the ones responsible to step forward and explain why it happened. Where it went wrong. Who said that? Mend it properly, like stitching on a patch. And if it can't be mended, then throw the racks out for good. It shouldn't be like this. It shouldn't be like this. You go on and go on. You go on and on. Letters of complaint, petitions for years, enough to fulfill a lifetime. Don't you already know the truth in your heart? We're not the ones who caused those tragedies. At the end of this rope, the man in the white shirt pops open his collar and drops the drip. You may be a fool, but your practices are not. A place like this, one spark and it burns to the ground. Be sensible. It'll be better for everyone. Someone sucks in a breath. Loose spool of thread tumbles to the floor. What a shame. We'll be back. He strides out, head high. His pristine black shoes creak sharply on the old wood. Thread shakes her head, closes the door, and goes back to her embroidery. Needle and scissors stand on either side of the workbench, tugging the fabric. They can't get it smooth. Flatten the left and the right puckers. Fabric clutches the tape measure, wraps it around his head, and again, nearly choking himself. Why do you give him that names like this? This NPC's names like hypocrite. The old tailor glares at the retreating back, hurls this under his breath, then turns to his apprentices. No one dares meet his disappointed eyes. Master, maybe we should at least consider the offer. Forces the words out, upon sweating. Wretch, did I teach you this craft so you help outsiders out off our workshop? Explodes, pounding the workbench again and again. The thunder of his echoes through the room and it makes the tools tremble. That's not what I meant. Fabric jumps in to smooth it over. Hey, Catherine was kidding, right? Of all of us, you're the most skilled. Your stitches are the best. But these past few years, we get the same pay while deadlines shrink. The work gets heavier and harder. Scissors steps up, putting himself between Doe and the old tailor. I don't understand why they give them these names. You? Please don't be angry, master. Everyone's just exhausted from all the old jobs waiting. Even you? Holy Mother, protect us. Wasn't like this in the past. In his memory, butchers, laborers, bakers, blacksmiths, and tailors all sat happily on benches out front, basking in the same sunlight, full of life. People hugged one another, standing up strong, their steady eyes quietly guarding the pride and beauty of craft. At least not now. Back to work. Or do you think this workshop should die today? Exhausted, wipes away his coffee stain, removes his sleeve guards and apron, and retreats to the back room. The air in the workshop floors were stifling by the minute. Only furrowed brows and the click of sewing needles break the silence. Why is everyone so angry? Oh my god. I got you had a rough child. No one answers. An arrowless ending. The comfortable, steady old order shatters in an instant. Who is to blame? Who could take the blame? Through the heavy gloom, something sharp cuts across. Anyone else wants to speak up? Maybe say something foolish like, it'll all get better? God, this is really painful. Oh my god, this court has a really rough childhood.